Hello students, in this video we are going to study about Pythagoras theorem and Pythagorean triplets. We'll also study the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, what does this theorem states? In a right angle triangle, this theorem, Pythagoras theorem, is applicable only for right angle triangles. So in a right angle triangle, square of hypotenuse side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Which means what? So we have a right angle triangle. So in a right angle triangle, square of hypotenuse side. See, what is hypotenuse here? The longest side AC. So this. So square of this, that means AC square is equal to sum. Sum means addition of what? Of squares of the other two sides. The other two sides are AB and BC. It is not like this. It is not AB plus BC. It is not just the sum. It is the sum of the squares. So we should square AB, we should square BC and add it. That sum is equal to hypotenuse square. Okay, this is Pythagoras theorem. Now, I have observed many students telling, if somebody is asking them what is Pythagoras theorem, they'll quickly say it is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, which is wrong. It is true only for this triangle, right? Now, for example, if I change this A, B and if this is C, is this true? Is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square for this triangle? No. For this triangle, it will be AB square. So AB is hypotenuse. So hypotenuse square will be equal to AC square plus BC square. AC square plus BC square. So just be careful when you are applying Pythagoras theorem. Okay. I hope this is clear. Now see, what is the converse of Pythagoras theorem? Converse of Pythagoras theorem. Converse means what? The opposite, the reverse. So in a triangle, we don't know whether it is a right angle triangle or not, any triangle. So in a triangle, if hypotenuse square or square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then it's a right angled triangle. The reverse. See, what is Pythagoras theorem? It is starting with in a right angle triangle, hypotenuse square should be equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. What is the reverse? We'll go from here to right angle triangle. The reverse is, see, in a triangle, if hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, the triangle will be a right angle triangle. The reverse. It is called as converse. Okay, I hope this is clear. I'll rub this and I'll give you a few examples. All right. So let us take one triangle which is very famous. A, B, C, 5, 4 and 3. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, see here. Let us verify Pythagoras theorem for this. It is a right angle triangle. Let us verify. Hypotenuse square. So this AC square should be equal to AB square plus BC square. So okay, 5 square. Hypotenuse is 5 square. AB 4 square plus 3 square. See, 5 square is 25, 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9. So 25 is equal to 25. Both are equal, right? So hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. Alright. Now let us take one more example. let us see whether how we can use converse. Let us take the sides 10, 8 and 6. So if we construct a triangle using these sides, will it be a right angle triangle or not? For that we need to verify this, right? Okay, longest side is 10, so this should be hypotenuse. So this hypotenuse square should be equal to 6 square plus 8 square. So this is 100, 8 square is 64, 6 square is 36, so 100 is equal to 100. Yes, so this 10, 8, 6 will form a right angle triangle. 10 here, 8 here or 6 here, or we can either have like this, 10 here, 6 here or 8 here. Okay, but the longest side will be 10. Hypotenuse will always be the longest side and largest number is 10 here. Okay, I hope you understood the converse as well as the Pythagoras theorem. Now we'll study Pythagorean triplets. Okay, what are Pythagorean triplets? Pythagorean triplets. Triplets means 3, right? Okay. So Pythagorean triplets are 3 numbers which will satisfy Pythagoras theorem. That's all. So 3 numbers which satisfies Pythagoras theorem. Like for example, just now we checked, right? 3, 4, 5. These are Pythagorean triplets because longest side, hypotenuse square, is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. So 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So 25 is equal to 25. So are these 3 Pythagorean triplets? Yes, they are Pythagorean triplets. Okay, so can we just write any 3 random numbers and say that those are Pythagorean triplets? Let us check. Let us check 5, 6 and 7. So longest side is 7. So 7 square, is it equal to 6 square plus 5 square or not? Let us check. 7 square is 49, 3 square and 25. This is 49 and see 61. Okay. Are these equal? No, they are not equal. So this 5, 6, 7 are not Pythagorean triplets. Can we form a right angle triangle using this 5, 6, 7? No, because Pythagoras theorem is not satisfied. So this 5, 6, 7 sides will not form a right angle triangle. Okay, so we learned that we randomly cannot write 3 numbers and say that these 3 numbers will be Pythagorean triplets. Okay, so there is a certain formula or a pattern. So let us learn that Pythagorean triplets in general form are 2k, k square minus 1, k square plus 1. K should be greater than 1. Okay, these 3 numbers are Pythagorean triplets. K value can be greater than 1. See, should be greater than 1. K can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, anything. But K should be greater than 1. What will happen if K is equal to 1? Let us check. So substitute K is equal to 1 in this. So 2 into 1 will be 2. This will be K square minus 1. Sorry, this will be 1 square minus 1 will be 0. And 1 square plus 1. 1 square is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So see, 2, 0 and 2. We got 3 sides now. In fact, we got 2 sides. See, 2, 2. And the third side is 0. Can we form a triangle with 0 centimeters length? No, right? 0 meters length? No. So if K is equal to 0, we'll have only 2 sides. It will not form a triangle. Alright? Okay. What if K is equal to 2? See, if K is equal to 2, this will become 2 into 2, 2 square minus 1, 2 square plus 1. This is 4. 2 square is how much? 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. 2 square is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So see, 3, 4, 5. Just now we checked Pythagorean triplets. Okay, like this. Let us take K is equal to 3. K is equal to 3. I am substituting K is equal to 3 in the general form. Pythagorean triplets. So 2 into 3, and this is 3 square minus 1, 3 square plus 1. This is 6, 3 square 9, 9 minus 1 is how much? 8, 3 square 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. You can say these are Pythagorean triplets. See, longest side 10 square, 8 square plus 6 square, 100, 64 and 36. 100 is equal to 100. 64 plus 36, 100. 6, 8, 10 are Pythagorean triplets. Okay, let us take k is equal to 5 and check. K is equal to 5. So what were the numbers? 2k. So this will become 2 into 5 and 5 square minus 1 and 5 square plus 1. Okay, so 2 5 is 10, 5 square 25, 25 minus 1 is 24, 25 plus 1 is 26. Okay, so longest side is 26, so 26 square is equal to 24 square plus 10 square. You simplify, you will get the same thing. See, 26 square, 676, 26 square, 6 6 are 36, 6 2 are 12, 13 14 15, 15 and 52, so 676. So this is 676 is equal to 24 square, 576 plus 100. So this is 676 is equal to 676. Okay, so yes, these numbers 10, 24, 26 are Pythagorean triplets. Using this 10, 24, 26, we can form a right angle triangle using these sides. Using these sides also 6, 8, 10, we can form a right angle triangle. Alright, I hope you understood this concept. This is the general form of Pythagorean triplets. In some books, this is written as 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Okay, it will make no difference. And one more thing, 1, 2, 3, from these three sides or among these three, k square plus 1 will be the longest side. See, 2 square plus 1 5, 3 square plus 1 10, 5 square plus 1 26. So this will be the longest side, which means this will be hypotenuse. K square plus 1 will be hypotenuse. Okay, I hope you understood this concept. In the next video, we will study about trigonometric ratios.